Let's go ahead and come to the stage. Tony Talks Vested Up. Let's see. What's up, Vestas? Hey, tonight is going to be easy. I'm not going to keep you that long, but I want to go ahead and talk about what the latest new information about coming out of Boulder, Colorado with Coach Prime, Shedeursanders. Now I was about to say the Cleveland Browns, because the Colorado Buffalo Pro Day, y'all not going to believe what I saw, what I heard, and it's specifically on what I saw. Hold on, Vestas. Let me go ahead and put these pictures up real quick. Then I'm gonna let you go. Then I'll let you go, Vestas. We gonna take it nice and easy tonight. I promise you. It's gonna be a different night full of information and talks and everything else. Yo, Vestas. They've been trying to play Coach Prime in the Colorado's Buffalo. We'll talk about it. Let's see who in the room. What's up, SDP 1208? Hey, welcome to Tony Talks Vested Up on Tuesday. What's up, Slim 081? Yes. Oh, there go my Faith. What's up, Faith? How you doing? Faith? Faith. Well, Vesta's already warming up the room. Yes. I had a wonderful day. Peace and love to you too, Sister Vesta. Here we go. There go that meter. Hold on, Vestas. Hold on. Let me go ahead and So y'all can see me tonight, Vestas, because we're gonna talk real nice and slow tonight, because some secrets came out. Some secrets have come out. Let me go ahead and pull up this one video, Vestas. You're not gonna believe what I found out today. Hold on, Vestas. Now, first of all, I want to go ahead and give a shout out to these brothers. I want to give a shout out to Unc and Big Dog Chico, because guess what, family? Media outlet in the world, only one was allowed to film in Boulder, Colorado today. And guess who that was? Big Dog, Chico, and Unc. Oh, yes. And that was very telling. Do y'all know what that tells me about Coach Prime and his decision making in 2026? It's totally different from when he got to Colorado 3 years ago. Oh yeah, it's official. The only people that was allowed to film in Boulder, Colorado today was Unc and Big Dog Chico. Very telling. Now, other media was there. Of course, they could take pictures, talk to the players, but only one was allowed in that whole entire, I'm going to say, football arena to film. So shout out to Unc and Big Dog Chico, because Deion Sanders is paying attention to who has been loyal to him in his times when he was up and the times when he was down. Oh, Deion Sanders is different this year. Yes. How you doing, TDP 1421? See, I'm trying to talk so slow. I'm getting out of cadence because I'm normally coming at you real fast. But hey, tonight's gonna be different. We telling secrets tonight. I'm glad you're doing good, Meter Lee. What's up, Miss Tony? What's up, Sal Moore? How you doing, Sal Moore? That's a battle buddy. Hey, Lady of Elegance, how you doing? I'm not gonna keep y'all long, I promise you. But I do want to discuss what I saw today, okay? I'm doing well. Come on, yeah. He is dissecting every decision that he's making. And we ain't even had the season game yet. Oh, we gonna talk about it. That tells me a lot. Yes, Faith, that says a lot. From Coach Prime, even Coach Prime has, even at his beautiful age of 60 to 63, 65, how old he is, he's still learning life lessons also. You remember when I said in the live, 2 lives ago, maybe last night, when people came in my life, I gave them an A, and the only person that could destroy that was them, after multiple times of giving them grace and mercy, but not anymore. I start a person off with C, D, maybe E, or they don't even come in my circle. Coach Prime has also adjusted his boundaries. Come on now with it. Come on with it. What's up, Essie? How you doing, Essie? Let me go ahead and tell you exactly what I saw today. Listen, and what I want to go ahead and talk to you about, okay? Vesters. You remember last year, Deion Sanders, they had a very trying time last year in Boulder, right? We know what it was, 3-9, 4-9. That was the record, right? Everybody, ooh Lord, some of the blowout games. I mean, remember the blowout games. But guess what, Vesters? As we know, nobody got invited to the combine. No one. 0 players. We've been over the stats before, right? But then I get into the room, right? It was a 4-hour streaming that Unc and Chico did. So I'm looking around in the room. I said, hold on, who are all these people? I said, who are all these people? So I'm watching the chat. I'm looking around in the room. I said, there's a lot of people in here. So you know me, I'm showing love to the channel because I used to follow Big Dog Chico before I even got my channel. So I threw a little super chat up there. And I wanted to know how many teams from the NFL was at Colorado Buffaloes Pro Day. Investors, I want you to guess on how many teams came from the NFL to Coach Prime home to look at those players today. I give you 1 minute to put your numbers, your guess in the chats, because you're not going to believe how many teams showed up today for the Colorado Buffaloes Pro Day. Oh, Vesters, you ain't gonna believe it. Go ahead and throw some numbers out there while I upload this other video. You ain't gonna get it right. You ain't gonna get it right, Vesters. You ain't gonna get it right. Let me go ahead and fair use. I'm gonna use a couple of their snippets today from the live screen, but let me see him. Okay. I got some more Vesters in the room. Faith, yep. Hello, Donna C, Lady of Elegance, yes. He's 59. Okay, 58. Okay, even at 58, we're learning life lessons. Okay, 58. Okay, sorry, Deion. If you see this screen, my bad. My bad. I was just accounting for your wisdom. Okay, I wasn't saying that you was old. What's good? Hit the like button. Yes. They always trying to make an example of a Coach Prime. Listen, Faith. I really can't even say that no more. I don't know what they doing, but I know what they doing. Hold on. Let me see. 32. Close. 57. It's only 32 teams, Essie, but good guess. 20. Okay, a little bit more than 20. 36. Nope. Hey, thank you for anybody that participated in the guessing game. Out of 32 teams, that is in the NFL, believe it or not, the same man they talked about and laughed about last year, talked about he's losing his team, talked about Coach Prime can't coach no more, Coach Prime can't get players no more, Coach Prime is doing this, Coach Prime ain't doing this right, Coach Prime ain't doing that right. Y'all, believe it or not, forget the media headlines. That's why I said the media is one of the most influential, powerful entities in the world. Out of 32 teams in the NFL, 28 teams was present today at CU Pro Day. Well, Tony talks VestedUp. What you talking about? This is what I'm talking about. Even though they said that Coach Prime can't talk, Coach Prime can't do this, Coach Prime will mess this up, Coach Prime can only coach his son, Coach Prime can't recruit. Those NFL teams were out there looking at his players. They were there in droves. Now, believe it or not, Big Dog, Chico, and Unc even said this, hey, we still got a huge media presence. We don't have a Heisman Trophy winner, because remember they said, the only reason the Colorado Buffaloes only got that much attention because Travis is there, shedeursanders is there, Shiloh is there, Jimmy Horn is there, all these great players. None of those players were there this year, but they still got 28 or 31 NFL team scouts there looking at those players. Now listen, I don't know who controls what collegiate player gets an invite to the combine. But if it was the 32 I can't believe it was the 32 team that decides on what players get the combine, because if that was the case, no NFL team would be at Colorado Pro Day. And we already know that Coach Prime, right? He doesn't have the pull to pick up the phone and call teams to say, hey, I need to do this, because of what happened last year, right? So that means that Coach Prime, that beautiful melanated man up there in Boulder, Colorado, is doing something right. But they don't want the world to know that they actually idolize Coach Prime. They actually know that Coach Prime knows what he's doing up there in those mountains. 38 teams of 32? That means only 4 teams didn't participate in University of Colorado Pro Day. Now, one of those teams definitely is probably not the Raiders, because I think the relationship between Coach Prime and Tom Brady has been severed, okay? And the other 3 teams, let's say the Cleveland Browns, who knows? But only 4 teams didn't show up. Oh, that spoke massive. Coach Prime knows what he's doing, Vesters. Hold on, let me go to the comments. Come on with it. Come on with it. Ooh, 28 teams out of 32 speak volumes. And guess what? The only people that know how many teams was there today, besides the media that was there taking pictures, only one channel was allowed to come in there and scream everything from start to finish. And that was Big Dog, Chico, and Unc. So if you haven't subscribed to their channel, go ahead and subscribe to this channel, The Pre-Game Show. And whoever gave me that information last night, thank you so much, because it was a sight to see. Hold on, I'm going to talk about a few players, and then we're going to move on to the latest news regarding Cleveland, and then I'm going to give you back your night. I'm not going to keep you long. Showed their faces last year, and they did his songs like that too. Well, I agree, but Faith, this is what I'm trying to say. They could say they had reasons to be there last year because they had Travis and Shedeur and everybody else and all the hype. They coming off a 9-4 season. But really, why was the NFL there at Coach Prime Pro Day if they didn't see any values in the players? And you know that's not true, because as soon as the season is over, they're going in Coach Prime's backyard. They still in his players. They still in his coaches. Listen, Marshall, what's his name? Falk has left. You already know what they did to Seton. Amarion Miller has gone. So they know that Coach Prime knows what he's doing up there, but they're not going to give him the credit. That's all I'm trying to allude tonight on Tuesday. The 31st of March. They know Coach Prime knows what he's doing, and they want those players. Now, it has been discussed, and it was discussed, and I think I got a clip. I got the clip ready. And fair use. All fair use. The original owner of the content is the Pre-Game Show with Unc and Big Dog Chico. Hold on. Let me go. Let me see. Hold on. I always say, yes, he has an eye, and he also has talent. They want his players, but they come on, Faith. There you go. You got it, Faith. Yes, you got it. Yes. And guess what? The NFL knows what Coach Prime is doing up there in Boulder. He's doing it right, because that's why when the season ends, they go and pick his pocket. Amarion Miller, the same school that got Jordan Tyson away from Coach, picked him out of his pocket. It's the same school that replaced Jordan Tyson with Amarion Miller. The same school. They know what Coach Prime is doing up there is NFL caliber, but they ain't gonna say that on a global stage or national stage. But the NFL, they would have been dumb not to go back to Boulder this year, even though none of the players went to the combine, to look at Coach Prime players one-on-one, talk to them one-on-one. This is what I do know. After watching the combine, the pro day is basically the same thing. You got the 40s, you got the specialized drills, you got the individual drills. It's basically the same thing. And you also got one-on-ones with the NFL teams. Now, it has already been said that these players may not be choose first round, second round, third round, maybe not even the fifth round. But what they are saying is some of these players will be picked up in the 6, 7, and definitely be undrafted. I'm going to cover a few of them. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Yeah, they should be scared of Deion. They should be scared of Deion. And that's why they utilize the media to hurt his recruiting power. But it can't be hurt. Yes, they are. I knew they were trying to shop. Exactly. Okay. I went through those. So here we go. Here's this clip right here. I got 2 clips. Hold on, Vesta. Then I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna give you back your night, Vesta. I just didn't want to hold on to this. I didn't want to hold on to this. I said I got to show the Vestas this. All right, you're gonna hear from you're gonna hear from 2. You're gonna hear from 2. Let me go ahead and turn down this music a little bit lower, Vestas, so you can go ahead. And I'm gonna turn my camera off so you can just focus on these gentlemen on the screen. Let me go ahead and invite him up first. Come on with it.
I think it's just a lot of the guys who obviously popped last year. I think too. What I've seen from Preston, his movement skills. Ivan's I think showing a lot of good stuff. Keaton's just obviously Kentucky to succeed, like a bit of a specimen, and I think he's shown that a bit. Xavier Hill, he's had some good numbers. So overall, a good day. I think guys are making money out here. So
yeah, I think they changed some minds. I would probably say, Sincere for me has just supported what I believe is going to happen. Right. So, which clearly helps him. But what I've seen from Zay Hill and from Wade, I think their stock bounced.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, 27 teams out here, man. And again, it only takes one. Someone's going to notice. We're going to hear more from these guys, I'm sure, after the draft and all that. And they'll have landing spots, so they'll be all right.
Yeah, absolutely. You're still going to have quarterbacks and receivers to go. That's kind of linebackers and DBs doing their thing over there now. Mm-hmm. I think Ivan and Preston have also turned some heads today.
Yeah, I mean those guys. I mean, obviously Ivan coming on a bit later last year. With DBs, man, it's just about movement, right? Like it's what's the word? Like I don't know, like the science of movement. You know what I mean? Like you kind of just know what you see when you see it from those types of guys, and the way that they're able to flip hips, move fluidly. I mean, it's no wonder they were making plays last year. So
one of my daughters, shout out to Alexis, one of my daughter's favorite Coach Prime quotes is they were hooking up players last year for some metric stuff, and Coach said, "Man, I don't need no computer to tell me it's a joker fast."
Yep.
Like I got eyeball that. Like you ain't got to put all that stuff on there. I know fast when I see it.
Right. So, and you watch enough combine stuff, and you kind of know what you're looking for in terms of, not necessarily the times and the stats and all that stuff, but kind of like what drills are supposed to look like. Once you get that down, it's a little bit easier to pick them out. But
yeah, and you have to have some balance with it, because let me tell you this, and I know this guy well. Travis Hunter might let you down in the 3-cone drill every day, but my God, can he play football?
Yep.
So you have to be able to just can't take one set of data and let that be the definition of people. And even in some of these numbers, man, this beautiful guide that we have, when you look at, say, a Wade or Ivan's numbers, you also got to go back and look at, well, how many.
All right, Vesta. So that was a little inside glimpse of what was going on and what was being discussed. Okay. Now he brought up Sincere Brown. Okay. This player here. Let me go ahead and highlight him. Is it here? Here you go. If you see that number 9, if you watched Colorado last year, I don't know where this player came from, and I was surprised that he's a senior. Anyway, of course, he didn't get an invite, but he was the talk of the town last year. All right, let me go ahead and talk about Sincere Brown. So I know I'm going to get his weight right? But it's 2 factors that I'm about to tell you. That when they entered in his 40-yard run time today, according to Unca and Big Dog Chico, when they enter in all the times for all of these players, especially on Pro Day, the times are nationally publicized, right? For any and everybody that was there and wasn't there. So they saying when Sincere Brown, when he bust at 4.38 in his 40 run time, listen, the combine probably didn't invite him, but trust me, Sincere Brown has popped up on everybody's radar, okay? In the NFL, Sincere Brown, believe it or not, he may steal the show and actually go number 2. But Tony talks, what you talking about? Investors and viewers, this is what I'm talking about. If you don't know nothing about this particular player, Sincere Brown is 6'5". I'm gonna go ahead and say 209 pounds. I'll say that, and he ran a 4.38. Now you know I went over the combine, especially for the wide receivers. Now why is that time important? If you don't know why that one time is important, guess what? If Sincere Brown was invited to the combine this year, Sincere Brown would have been in the top 5 to 7 run times, if not the highest. If not the highest, Vestas. Hold on. Let me go in and give this young man his flowers. Because when he popped that time, trust me, everybody said that Sincere Brown is on all the scouts' radar today. All right. Now, guess what? He wasn't the only one. Hold on. Let me go ahead and look up these top speeds for the combine this year. Because 4.38 is blistering fast. Let me see. 2026. Let's see him. You know how we like to do it. Wide receiver times. Oh, okay. Sincere Brown would have been at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He would have been in the top 10. So, and guess what? Guess how many wide receivers would have been behind him? Vestas. Let's go ahead and get this young man his flowers, who was not invited to the combine. Now, yeah, I know it's just a 40 time. We went over that. That's only one factor. But at that height and at that speed, once he gets separation and once he get a quarterback to give him that ball, you ain't gonna be able to catch him. All right, behind Sincere Brown for this year's combine, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 25 wide receivers that was invited to the combine that participated in the 40. All right, let's keep moving. All right, so I want you to go into the middle of this picture here. Do you see that young man with that football in his hand? Salter. K-Salt is the one that they call him. Now, why am I bringing up K-Salt? Because Tony Talks, ain't nobody been talking about Salt based on what he did at Colorado. But that was only 1 year, and we already know that Pat Schumer had it in for all of these quarterbacks. Because if they had it in for, hold on, let me pause. Let me pause. Hold on. I'm trying not to get hyped tonight. I'm trying to keep it soft tonight. Let me go to the comments, and then I'm gonna start back on K-Salter. Then I ain't gonna hold you. I promise I ain't gonna hold you. Oh, Lord, y'all been eating up the comments. Okay, hold on. I watched Jimmy Horn. I was like, yes. I think Jimmy Horn, what did he officially ran? He ran a 4.34 last year, 4.32 or 4.35. He was somewhere in there. So think about it. Jimmy Horn is only 5'10", right? Why is Sincere's height so, how can I say it, plays a major factor? Because he's 6'5". So imagine a quarterback throwing that ball up in the air. You got a 5'10" Jimmy Horn, nothing against him. Then you got a Sincere Brown that's red at, side by side. Who's going to catch that ball? Who's going to have more height to go up and vertical jump to get that ball? It's going to be Sincere Brown. What? Taylor Green is 6'5". That's why they want to do that to that young melanated quarterback, because Taylor Green, the Razorback quarterback, he's 6'5" also. He's about 235 pounds, I think, and he ran a 4.35. That's why somebody was trying to insult him, talking about being a wide receiver, and he said no. And I don't blame him, okay? But this is why Sincere Brown has increased his stock. After Hunter, they were locking at Deion. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes, ma'am, Jimmy Horn fast. Yes, and tough. Yes, he is tall. They know that Coach Prime attracts a lot of talent. Yes, exactly. I hope Bucky filmed it. So this is the thing. I didn't see. I didn't see Bucky out there. Maybe he was, but I didn't see Bucky. And if he was out there, he did not do a live stream, as far as I know of. Yeah. Once he get that separate, Sincere Brown had so many opportunities last year. If he could have just got that ball, Sincere Brown would have made a big difference. And Coach Prime Pro Day is next level. Yeah, they know it. They know it. Vesters, they know it. And they don't like quarterback. Well, baby, let me tell you one thing. They may not like black quarterbacks and players, but hey, you know the ratio of Coach Prime's team. Most of them are black. And 28 teams was up there in Boulder, Colorado today. So let's go ahead. Let's focus on K Salter. Well, Tony Talks Vested Up. Why you bringing up K Salter? Come on with it. So before he went to Colorado, they was already saying that K Salter could have been a round 1, round 2 quarterback. Guess what? And based on what happened last year, he still had pretty good numbers now. He still had good numbers, but because of everything that happened and, the quarterback competition and rotating the quarterbacks, and then you also had Pat Schumer up there. Everybody knows he didn't get a fake shake, okay? Now, let me go ahead and pull up his. Ooh, y'all. Let me tell you one thing. It's something called the vertical jump, and I hope I got this right. If it's not the vertical jump, yeah, it's the vertical jump because it's definitely not the broad jump. Out of all the players that participated in the Coach Prime CU Pro Day, guess who had the longest jump? It was Salter. The quarterback jumped out the building, and I hope I have the right event. He jumped a 35.5. Tony Talks what? K Salter jumped out the building today with a 35.5, and I wrote vertical, and I hope I caught it right. The quarterback jumped out of CU Arena today with a 35.5. He even jumped higher than Sincere Brown. What? Damn, I just lost the paper too. Hold on. The paper just hit the floor. Hold on, Vesters. I got my notes right here. Hold one. What? What? And y'all already know he fast. K Salter. Okay, so let's talk about the 40. I do remember this from the head because I definitely saw this, right? And guess what? It was a whole lot of other players. They had Yates. They had Hodges. They had, and that paper just hit the floor. They had Barnes. They had Jay Brown. They had a Hill. They had a Hughes. They had French. They had Salter. Listen, all of these players was magnificent. I don't care what they say. Whoever participated in the pro day, I'm gonna say easy. 10 of them should have been at the combine this year here. Hold on, let me get my notes, Vesters. Let me get my notes. I'm trying not to hold you. Okay, hold on right here. Okay, in terms of the broad jump, okay? Oh, wow. That thing is on the floor. In terms of the broad jump, Sincere Brown at 6'5", he jumped 6 feet in broad jump. Do you know what K Salter jumped? And we already know this. We just talk about metrics, but it comes into play. Once again, Salter was the leader in that category also. Salter jumped 10 feet, 10.6 feet. Listen. Salter could go in the 5th round. Somebody that they probably thought was going to go undrafted this year, Salter has put on the show. Well, Tony Talks Vested Up. Well, what was his 40 time? Well, guess what? His first 40 time was 4.71. His second time was 4.69. Now, of course, I love to live in the chats, and I live in the chats in every video that I go and I try to participate live. I try to keep quiet. I promise you, I try to keep quiet. But when I see stupid stuff being said in the comments, I had to show my face today. Somebody had the nerve to say that, these times at Colorado is slow. I said, what? I said, hold on. I said, I had to put my mask off and I had to jump in the chat. I said, listen, I don't know if you watched the combine, but I watched the combine. I said, all of these run times, official run times, are very competitive with the 2026 NFL Combine time. I say you say that Salter is slow with 6.69, and we already know it's about technique. But guess what Georgia's Tech quarterback King ran? If my memory is correct, King ran a 4.66. So if my memory is correct, that means that K Salter was only 0.003 slower than King. What we talking about? And guess what? If Salter, let's say if Salter, would have been invited to the combine, and let's say would have got a coach to get technique, that means Salter would have been faster than y'all ain't listening to me tonight. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to keep it quiet. I'm trying not to get excited. But Vestas, everything that I saw at Coach Prime Pro Day today was legit. And guess what? Everybody that was directing everything there, it was NFL certified personnel by the NFL. And let me go ahead, go back to the okay, Coach. Sincere ran a 4.38. 4.38, Sincere. Let's see. What's up, 420? Perfect timing. Come on now. I ain't see you early. Yeah, 6'5". He ran a 4.38. He's 6'5", and his broad jump was 10 feet. Salter beat him by 0.6, and his vertical jump was about 33. So Salter jumped 2 feet higher, 2.5 feet higher than Sissy Brown. Good gracious. I didn't even look at Salter height because I was so amazed. I hope Bucky filmed it. I hope so. I was so amazed about Salter. I said, but good Lord, I ain't even look at his height. Coach Prime Pro Day. Yes. They. Yes. Wow. 4.38. Case is very high pressure situation. I'm sure he learned a lot. I did. Yeah. The NFL. Yeah. Do not disqualify him. This young man is like a team. Yes, he will rise to the top. I'm trying to tell you, Salter would have did so much better if I'm gonna say this. If Marion was there last year. Tony Talks, why are you talking out the side of your neck? Do you think I'm really talking out the side of the neck? Well, let me go ahead and play this next clip, and you can see why I'm not talking out the side of your neck. Because Uncle Neely, I think that's what his name, Uncle Neely was on it today, okay? Hey, so it's about, yes, he did. What's up, Peter? Peter Supernatural. Hey, Donna. Peter Supernatural. All right. Hey, what's up, Melly Mail? Okay, let me go ahead and play this clip right here, because I don't want you to think that I'm just making this up. Hey, somebody, it's a black man by the name of Dave Kelly is the one that was interviewed, and watch what he says. Now, even though Colorado had a 3-9, 4-9 year last year, yes, I remember the big blowout games, but it's some things I didn't factor in, but Dave Kelly did. Come on, Dave Kelly. Come on to the stage. Let me go in and turn on this music so y'all can hear everything, Vestas. Come on, Dave Kelly. Let me go blank.
That we lost within 7 points.
Coach, I not only you spot on. I try to drill that point home to our fans, our audience, our haters, whoever, that when, particularly as it relates to these staff changes, right now, you bring in an offense coordinator who's averaging 35. You bring in a defensive coordinator who doesn't allow more than 21. If either one of those things took place last year, and it happened to take place at the same time, you're in a bowl game.
Well,
that's how close we were.
Like I said, in 2023, 5 games we lost by 7 points or less. And then this past season, 7 games we went into the fourth quarter within 7 points at some point in time, and we ended up losing all of them.
I think people get dissuaded by those 2 blowout games, and they let those define the season, when the truth is the 7 points or less were the season.
7 points. Well, look at game 1. You know, we going down with about 2 minutes left in the game against Georgia Tech. It's 21-20
place last year. And it happened to take place at the same time, you're in a bowl game.
Well,
that's how close we were.
Like I said, in 2023, 5 games we lost by 7 points or less. And then this past season, 7 games, we went into the fourth quarter within 7 points at some point in time, and we ended up losing all of them.
I think people get dissuaded by those 2 blowout games, and they let those define the season, when the truth is the 7 points or less were the season.
7 points. Well, look at game 1. You know, we going down with about 2 minutes left in the game against Georgia Tech.
Oh, did I mess it up? I hope I didn't mess it
Our
up.
football system would have been totally different. And to be honest with you, that's the importance of that game again this year. You know, we're going to Atlanta. So many of us are from that area, familiar with it. Coach Prime going back to Atlanta. Brent Key is doing an outstanding job with the Georgia Tech team. So that game again will have that type of impetus. But we're excited about it. We're excited about.
So hold on, Vestas. Let me go ahead and do a recap, Vestas. So did you hear what Dave Kelly said? Dave Kelly said, even though despite the record from last year, okay, despite the record for last year, 7 games that when we entered into the fourth quarter, we was only down 7 points or less, and we lost all those games. So if we would have had Pat Schumer came up with some actually effective plays versus that Manila play calling that he was calling last year, if you watch those games, we actually could have been, instead of 3-9, 4-9, we actually could have been, what are we talking about? 10, oh gosh, y'all do the math. 10-3, 10-4, 11-4, 11-5. Listen, y'all do the math. You know exactly what I'm saying. We would have been at the bowl game. Now, remember in the beginning of the clip, they said that Deion Sanders has brought in Coach Marion, right? That he averaged 35 points per game on offense. Now, we won't have Salter this year, and rest in peace, we won't have Ponder, because they said that Ponder was lighting up this year in practice. They said Ponder was getting his feet right. They said Ponder was the leader of the quarterback room, and he was just a walk-on. So we don't have Ponder. So we got Juju Lewis and 2 other players that I'm not familiar with. But if Coach Marion is bringing his skill sets and know how to actually pull the strengths out of these players, there's no telling what we're looking at this year. And if Juju Lewis go ahead and remove all that timidness out of him, and I saw it myself, I already had alluded to it. Deion Sanders had alluded to it. Once he becomes that strong quarterback that we know he is, you're right. Just like 420 said in the comments, it's about to be dangerous this year. Okay, thank you, 420, 12-6. As 420 said, it's about to be dangerous this year. Okay? Now, he also alluded to the DC that they brought in. They said whoever the DC is, and I didn't catch his name, he only allowed 21 points last year for wherever he's coming from. I like that. So shout out to all of the CU Buffaloes that participated in the pro day today, because guess what? You may have been forgotten before today, but because of what you did today in the showcase, your own individual showcase, hey, I'm going to be looking for all the ones I'm looking for. But also, when it comes to that quarterback room, forget Ty Simpson, forget Mendoza. I'm looking to see what NFL team is going to stumble upon the diamond in the rough when it comes to Taylor Green and K. Salter. We going to put it out there. We definitely going to put it out there, okay? And Yates and French and I didn't know all of these players was even seniors. It was so many. Hodges, Cecile Brown, Xavier Hill, K. Salter, Barnes, Jay Brown, and my other paper fell on the floor. But it was so many of them. So shout out to Coach Prime. Shout out to all Coach Prime haters, because the NFL knows exactly who he is. You know why I know? Because they've seen the Jimmy Horn, how they work out in the team, in the Panthers, right? They saw LeJontay Webster, how he was working out in rookie minicamp and OTAs and regular season. Deion saw BJ Green on how he responded to the pressure down there at Jacksonville. They have even saw how Cam Simmons Craig had responded to the team and the pressure of the NFL. And they say Coach Prime, they ain't gonna tell nobody, but they say Coach Prime knows what he's doing. Let's go back up there to Boulder, but don't tell nobody. 28 teams was there. 28 teams was there today. Shout out Coach Prime. Let me go to the comments, and then I'm gonna go back. 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 And then we're just gonna talk about the Cleveland Browns. And then y'all, cause guess what? But shout out Coach Prime. Last year was terrible. They should be better this year. Oh, yes. Yes. And guess what? They said, I think it's the gentleman, I don't want to misspeak, but I may be misspeaking, but I think the DC, I think he was last year line coach. But even Unc said people forgetting that he also worked with Warren Sapp before, and also he got another year under his belt under Warren Sapp. So hey, I'm just looking forward to it. I ain't counting nobody out. If they talking like this and doing this up there, I'm ready for it. We ready for the challenges. And I be thinking Coach Marion on Twitter, like we ready for it. I said, this is a CUNT. I got it across my chest, and I got a set of investors. I got a community of investors. We're waiting for Colorado to show out this year. I said, them young men better show out this year, and you better get them right. I sure do. Hold on. Remember, I told you 2 weeks ago, Shedeur was going back to get, you did. And guess what? I gave you all your flowers last night. I don't know if you was in that chat. So y'all got me talking loud right now. I gave you all the props. 420. I gave it to you. I gave it to all y'all. Amber Love, everybody that said Diane Walker, Faith, Donna C, everybody. I gave you your props. 420. How you doing? I gave you your props. What's up, Black Media Star? I ain't seen you in a while. We all know the system has it. Yeah. Oh yeah, we definitely know that. Evelyn Underwood. What's up, Evelyn? When Shallow? Listen, I don't know. Listen, we think that notification is going to come out after the NFL draft. Okay. What's up, Val? Is that true about? Listen, Coach, if you know something that we don't know, put it out there. In Black Media, what did Black Media say? We all has it out for you. Yep. That's fast. Yep. And if you missed it, we already count. If Cecile Brown would have went to the combine, he would have been in the top 10 of all wide receivers, and it would have been 25 wide receivers behind him with slower times. They missed out on Cecile Brown, but guess what? 28 teams came up there to Boulder, Colorado, and they checked him out today. Coach Prime going hard because he's retiring soon. That's right. K. Sauter did well. Yes, he did. We already highlighted him, Val. Yeah, he will get drafted. And K. Sauter's going to get drafted. And a lot of these other players are going to get drafted. 5th, 5th round, 6th round, 7th round, undrafted. And like I said, with undrafted, you actually have more flexibility on what team you want to go to and try out for. So even if they get undrafted, right, all they need is a accepted, I guess that's what they do. You get an incepted, undrafted free agent. All they need, that just like Shallow did, you can go to whatever team, you can pick up their phone and say, hey, I want to come out. Hey, as long as they accept you, hey, undrafted free agent, go work your butt off. Barry knows all the Brown meat. Barry showing all the Brown in it. Yeah. Man, listen, some clips. I got some clips. But shout out to Coach Prime and shout out to the Pregame Network for doing what you're doing. The only one allowed in there to stream the whole entire thing. Actually, they was the only entire media source that was allowed to stream. And they said that out of their mouth. Coach Prime said that was the only podcaster media outlet that could stream. So good job, Melanin Men. Good job on the streaming job that you did today. And it's 4 hours. So let me go ahead and put it out there. If you don't know what channel that is, this is the channel. Go out and subscribe. It's 4 hours long. Actually, this is the thumbnail for what they did for Colorado Buffalo Pro Day. So shout out to them young men. I say young men. I call everybody young men. Do y'all really think Shallow? Yes. Yes, Mel. With all our heart. Yes, Mel. AB Stick. I know. Now tonight, I got a few clips of Todd Monkey, and then I'm gonna let you go, Vestas. Old Brown, fake calling, fake media. Ooh, Vestas, we got something to talk about. Hold on, let me go ahead and change, man. Let me go. Y'all go ahead and have it out in the comments, and let me go ahead and change my videos, because I know y'all probably already heard, but ain't nobody gonna bring it to you like Tony Talks Vested Up. Let me go ahead and bring up one of these clips, because Todd Monken dropped some videos, some nuggets in the first, I think it was the first 7 minutes. You know how we do it. I'm gonna play the video.